The film begins with Mart at a sculpture museum, standing in front of a sculpture that is submerged in water. At the same time, there's a beautiful girl standing in front of him. Mart decides to approach her and says he feels that the sculpture looks boring. She responds by saying she doesn't see it that way, and that she believes it's art. Mart tells her that he doesn't think it's art because he believes the sculptor placed it in water just to sell it at a higher price. She laughs at his comment and tells him that the sculpture might represent the sea god, Pontus. Mart tells her he knows the legend of Pontus, which surprises her as she didn't expect anyone to know about it. Mart then tells her the story he knows about the sea god, which impresses her. He hands her his card, and she learns that his name is Mart. She also introduces herself as Aid. Mart is shocked when he realizes she is the sculptor of the piece. Aid then teases him and leaves. The next morning, Mart wakes up and tells himself that true happiness is when a person is perfect, and only then can they have everything in the world. Mart then buys the sculpture and places it in his home, sending a check to Aid. Meanwhile, Aid is at home, where we learn she lives alone with her brother, Tariq. Aid goes to wake Tariq up so he won't be late for work, but she notices he's not feeling well. She suggests he take a break from work since she can handle the household expenses. However, Tariq dismisses her concern and insists that he will push through and go to work. Aid tells him she made his favorite chocolate crepes and asks him to take care of himself. She also promises they will hang out together after she returns from work. Tariq heads to work, and it's clear that he is a kind but deeply discouraged person, feeling like a failure in everything he does. Meanwhile, Mart arrives at his company and encourages his team, telling them that he loves to see them happy, as his life motto is happiness. Tariq arrives at his job as an accountant in Mart's company. Mart then meets with a Chinese team to promote a new website called Comtree. Mart tells them that his company is named the Land of Happiness and that no one works there without being happy. However, during Mart's talk, Tariq accidentally falls from a higher floor. Mart rushes over and learns that Tariq works as an accountant in his company. The Chinese team is shocked as they assume Tariq was attempting suicide, contradicting Mart's claim that everyone in his company is happy. They challenge Mart to make Tariq happy within a month, promising to agree to the partnership if he succeeds. After the meeting, Mart asks Tariq why he tried to commit suicide. Tariq denies it, explaining that he was simply gazing at Asuman, the girl he loves, when he fell. After Tariq leaves, Mart instructs his assistant to take care of Tariq and help make him happy. The Chinese team gives Mart a tentative agreement for the partnership, impressed by his efforts to make Tariq happy. Later, Mart goes to the university and tries to talk to Aid, asking her to have lunch with him. Aid refuses, saying she's focused on her art and doesn't have time. Mart follows Aid, trying to convince her to go out with him. Aid is hesitant, as she sees Mart as someone who has many relationships with women and doesn't want to get involved with such a person. However, Mart expresses his genuine interest in her, hoping she'll give him a chance. After Mart leaves, we see Aid's friend, Deniz, who is impressed by Mart because she finds him handsome. Deniz asks Aid about Mart, but Aid dismisses any connection with him. Deniz then asks if there is someone in Aid's life, and Aid replies that the only person in her life is her brother. Deniz advises Aid to let someone into her life to avoid being lonely. Aid says she can't focus on anyone else because she needs to concentrate on her work and take care of her brother. Mart overhears their conversation and decides to win Aid over. Later, Mart's assistant informs him that Tariq is Aid's brother. Mart decides to change Tariq's life to make him happy. Mart takes Tariq to a clothing store to update his style, then to a barber to give him a new look. When Tariq comes out with a shaved head, thinking it's the latest trend, Mart is surprised but reassures him that he looks cool. Meanwhile, Aid and Deniz are at a seaside restaurant, and Deniz persuades Aid to give Mart a chance. Aid recalls a past relationship where she felt bored and unhappy, so she ended it. Deniz advises her not to judge everyone based on one bad experience and encourages her to find happiness with someone else. Aid agrees to think about it. Tariq arrives at the restaurant to meet Mart, but he feels drunk and is embarrassed when he tries to impress Mart. Mart helps Tariq change his life, and Tariq starts to enjoy the new experiences Mart introduces him to. However, one night, Tariq leaves a party early, worrying Mart that something bad might happen to him. Mart rushes to Aid's house to check on Tariq and overhears her talking to a police officer about her missing brother. Tariq eventually returns and Aid, relieved but upset, scolds him for disappearing. Tariq, frustrated, snaps at Aid, telling her he's not a child. The next morning, Tariq apologizes to Aid for his behavior and explains that he has a wealthy friend who is helping him try new things. Aid asks why he listens to his friend and does things he's not used to. Tariq responds that he's trying to learn new things and improve his life. Aid feels bad for treating Tariq like a child and apologizes. At work, Tariq confesses to Mart that he joined the company because he loves Asuman. Aid and Deniz are walking in the park when they see a cute dog. Aid plays with the dog, not realizing its owner slips a phone into her bag. The phone rings, and when Aid answers, it's Mart. Aid is surprised and agrees to meet Mart, who has a surprise for her. Later, Mart and Aid participate in a car race, which they win. Mart takes Aid to her home afterward, where they bond over their shared pasts. Aid lost her parents in an accident and now lives with her brother. Mart reveals that his father passed away and his mother left years ago, leaving him to live alone. They realize they have similar life experiences and grow closer. The next day, Mart and Aid have breakfast together on a beautiful island, where Aid tells Mart that she has bought the house where she and her brother grew up. Tariq arrives and Aid introduces Mart to her brother. Aid is shocked to learn that Mart already knows Tariq and that Mart has been helping Tariq all along. Feeling betrayed, Aid asks Mart to leave their lives. The next day, Aid and Deniz discover an email from the Chinese team on Tariq's laptop. When Aid asks Tariq about it, he explains that Mart made a deal with the Chinese team to make Tariq happy in exchange for a partnership. Later, Mart is in a meeting with the Chinese team, who ask if Tariq is present. Mart admits that he was wrong to think happiness comes from perfection, and now he believes true happiness is sacrificing for loved ones. He confesses that he is unhappy without the woman he loves. Aid, who is present, hears this and realizes that Mart genuinely cares for her and her brother. Mart publicly declares his love for Aid, stating that true happiness for him is being with her. The film ends on this note. If you finished the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more movie summaries. Thanks for listening, my loves. See you in another video.